What do you think you're doing?
Attention all personnel. Cycle shift mandates have been updated.
Stand aside.
Your commanding
Those
officer has
warheads are not
further
properly
details.
secured. Do you
Secondary
know what will
Gunnery
happen if
Officer
one comes
Elroy,
loose?
Report to Hangar Bay Aquila
Obstructed.
5 as
Stand
well.
aside.
I'll do it myself. Go and find a tech priest to tighten the screws in that half-brain of yours.
Task
All outgoing
aborted.
vessels require
Seeking
additional
lessons of
conditions.
cogitation.
Authorization code
Make us
for
Galeo on hear of this.
Pity the effects of the virus bomb were so short-lived.
The kill team we found on Kadaku gave their lives to deploy it.
They bought us precious hours. Without them, this war would have gone very differently.
It was pleasing to see those bastards quiver and die the instant they left their spores.
Compliance. Servitor, we detect an aberration in the resonant properties of engine manifold Gamma 2.
Assemble the required tools and components for a rapid engine service. You have until this vessel returns from its current assignment.
Compliance. I make preparations now.
Indeed.
The captain insists. Gaius and I must provide escort to the Mechanicus priests.
Then we must make do with the remaining 3 Thunderhawks.
I must go. Good hunting, brother.
They are orders, Decimus. But why all this obscurity?
These orders reach down from the Primarch. There can be no question as to their integrity.
It is useless debating with you two. I would get more sense out of the statues at the Temple of Hera.
If you have not been issued a Pyreblaster for this task, then get one from the armory immediately. We must burn any biohazards clinging to the fuselage before the flight crews conduct maintenance.
A pity Lord Calgar was called away so soon. Had he and the first company joined us, we would have laid waste to this scourge in a single night. I should have liked to see him tear through their ranks in a blaze of glory. Truly a warrior without equal.
My lord, it has been 2 days now since your armor was inspected.
The Tyranids on Kadaku left us no room for respite.
We are now headed towards Avarax. Let me perform the necessary cleansing rites to placate your armor's machine spirit.
Very well. My thanks.
Serve him. With our bodies, our blood, and our searing wrath. Our very life force is a gift from him, and we shall use it to serve him only. For he is the light of mankind. His is the one truth in a galaxy of falsity and horror. Those that defy his will shall be cut down in swathes. Their armies crushed. Their tainted lands burned to ash. And their wretched kind eradicated from existence. Now, go forth and lay waste to the Xenos plague in the name of the Emperor.
The death of an Archmagos will not be regarded favorably by the machine cult.
The fault is theirs. Their own reports suggested engine failure. Anyway, damn the Archmagos. Lirio and Alterius both lost their lives in that crash.
Our armorers would not have permitted such a fault. But someone is responsible.
Correcting. 4 degrees starboard. On course. Engines to full.
Maintain all specs monitoring. The Tyranids will likely attempt an ambush.
Aye, sir.
Stand down from high alert.
Standing down from high alert. All staff resume normal duties.
You look tired, Merrick.
I have not slept in 2 days. But then who has?
Caleb said he procured a supply of recaf. See if you can scrounge up a cup or two. Tell him I sent you.
Thank you, Aethold. I will.
Servitor, your efficiency levels are below optimal. Explain.
Damage.
Define the damage.
Spine compromised.
Have you not received pain suppressants?
Suppressants administered. Damage severe.
Report to the surgical bay. We cannot replace the discs. You'll be put to some other use.
Compliance.
It was your crew that last checked that Thunderhawk, correct?
Yes, they went over it nose to tail, all supervised by a tech priest. There was nothing wrong with it.
I want to see the logs. My servo skull will assist you.
No need for that, sir.
It was not a request.
Right. Very well then.
Astartes deployment is now limited to 2 Thunderhawks. Do not, in haste to keep up with increased strain, let a single boat be left untightened. You will be supported by my priests, but your absolute attention is expected at all times.
Our Promethean reserves are dangerously low, and the Astartes just set the nearest refinery ablaze. Secure new supply lines on Avarax that we may immediately restock on arrival.
We've entered orbit. Finish your checks and disconnect fuel pumps. We need engines burning in 2 minutes.
Tyranid hive ships continue their Messetic Spore deployment.
They blacken the sky with their abhorrent buboes.
Track targets and commence firing.
Did you see that emergency landing earlier? Never have I seen a Thunderhawk return in such fashion.
See it? I had to extinguish it. The heat melted the servitor on duty before he even realized he was in danger.
Thrown? What about the crew?
The Astartes. They disembarked through the flames without hastening a single step.
Scanning valves. 67 faults detected.
Those are flawless welds.
Radiographic inspection revealed no metallic inclusions. Analysis suggests flux material.
How bad is the contamination?
5 millimeters over the length of the weld. Greatest point of porosity is 997 micrometers.
That is well below tolerances. Check your thresholds. You're way overtuned.
Calibrating. Inspection passed.
I should think so.
I make pilgrimage through the interstitial corridors on the hour. May this blessed vessel remain free of rust and residues.
Get me accurate counts on our reserve of Melta charges. There is an unacceptable discrepancy here.
Autopsy reveals Tyranid Hive Fleet adapted rapidly to Deathwatch virus bomb. Antiviral response distributed within 36 hours. Full immunity achieved within 1 generation. Package full analysis, plus scans, plus biological samples for immediate dispatch.
Received. Data burst in preparation.
It pains me to see the Astartes being deployed with their armor lacking proper upkeep. Though time does not permit us bores to polish and repair, I feel shame at the sight nonetheless.
Almost had you that time. The day you land a hit on me, brother, is the day they lay me to rest.
That day may be fast approaching.
Caution, brother. You have not seen him cornered as I have.
Time to sharpen the power source.
Time to go.
Attention, fuel
I will
tanks
not
will be coming
concede
through
another
here
loss
any
to our
minute.
enemies.
Keep the deck clear.
Ready yourselves.
I need 2 more ammunition pallets on Launchpad 1.
Do not obstruct the flight deck.
The Lance of Jove and I have journeyed through the turbulence of war over 1,000 times. Not once has its spirit failed me. Brother, you seem troubled.
I tire of reckless fools.
I hope you do not mean us.
Not unless you worship the Omniscient.
Ah, then I share your distaste.
The little wretches have been found crawling through water pipes, sewage, ventilation. They are everywhere.
We should bring 100 floors of stone down on their heads.
Are you enjoying the devastation of Imperial worlds?
No, but I revel in seeing those skittering brutes turn to ash.
Let us grind the chitinous curs deep into the parched soil of Avarax.
A vivid picture.
I speak only as one who is stirred by the words of our Primarch.
I prefer action to colorful speech.
We must report to Captain Akaran.
Plug those Promethean links immediately.
Administering maintenance.
I will need a repair crew before my next flight.
Yes, Lord.
Take note of the battle damage for the engine sears. Armor plating in sections 28B and 40E is compromised, along with void seals. Portside aileron is jammed. Portside afterburner has shrapnel lodged inside. Pressure test the fuel system after the leaks are sealed. Heavy bolters require a full resupply. Short-range sensors have been rendered useless. Make that a priority.
I'll make the necessary arrangements, my lord.
Requesting Servitor assist at hydraulic jack station.
Every small task is its own meditation on glory.
We've inspected and certified Melta rifle crate 06.77C.
Vigilance confirms contact with heretic Astartes.
How many?
Astra Militarum forces report multiple contacts with Rubicon throughout the Hive City.
Still no heretic ships on scanners.
The Rubicon are using portals, but it is possible they may have been present on Avarax for some time.
We are still suffering from the Vox jamming around the astropathic relay.
Lieutenant Titus.
Receiving.
Attend me on the crew deck. Latest intelligence
Acknowledged.
Tyranids are doubling the presence of elite units.
Have launch crews prepare drop pods equipped with heavy weaponry to be launched on my order.
Yes, Captain.
The arch-enemy lurks in the shadows of the Hive City.
Jerichus was blindsided by a rubric Astartes. He slayed the enemy, but lost his left hand.
Those abominations stir a deep wrath within me, brother.
Indeed. The cowards send empty vessels to face us.
There is hardly satisfaction in slaying vacant ceramite that does not lament its folly. Give us heretic flesh that we may settle old scores.
Varellus always did put his brothers before himself. He once shielded me from a Tau ambush. Rail rifle nearly took his arm off along with half my helmet. The 1 degree of deflection saved my life. We only had to mourn his pauldron that day.
The Emperor will remember his valor long after we join him.
We have a fuel spill.
I'll run and fetch the physical protection gear.
We don't have time for that.
You'll not be much help without your eyesight.
All right, fine, but hurry. If this ignites, we'll lose more than our eyesight.
There he is. Lieutenant, Galeo and I were just examining your recent diagnostic.
Galeo, I object to such intrusions.
As do I. But they are queries I must fulfill.
I seek only answers. Your survival is a profound mystery that must be resolved.
Such unbridled curiosity is the gateway to ruin.
But that is where you are mistaken. Ruin is all around us, but I will soon depart for the Aurora facility on the Imperium. And there, I shall close all gateways to ruin permanently. You will see.
Servitor, ensure those bay doors are finely lubricated, or I shall use my cutting beam on your augments.
Yes, Magos.
Where is the honored brother now?
Sarcophagus on the way.
Good. This silent hulk will soon throb once more with the vengeful wrath of an Astartes.
We must prepare for the combat doctrines of the Thousand Suns, brothers.
Abominable husks and their witch monsters. A test for certain.
The traitors know our tactics as well.
They do not have the Codex. We do.
And they have their heretic sorcery.
The Hypnomad can simulate psychic assault with disturbing accuracy.
Let us endure the worst it can throw at us.
Status report.
Hangar deck optimized for Thunderhawk and battle tank priority deployment, sir.
All hangar personnel assigned to Priority 1 task, sir.
Maintenance checks performed on all vehicles. Repairs underway, sir.
Battle tank armaments and ammunition checks complete, sir. All functional battle tanks refueled and ready to go, sir.
Good. Inform the pilots of all vehicles that are ready for deployment. Dismissed.
Inform Thunderhawk pilots that all flight paths will be extremely hostile.
Will it hold?
The enemy have amassed the majority of their forces in the Numeralian Basin. Thalassa has the warp beacon. Viridian is hoping for a miracle. The rest of us will move to clear the reliquaries around the basin and establish a beachhead. We are facing overwhelming enemy numbers on Dimerium. But the heretic filth down there have stirred the wrath of the Second Company. We will inflict upon the traitors such agony, the likes of which they have not seen since the burning of Prospero. They will suffer, they will break, and they will fall. Sons of Guilliman, for the glory of Ultramar!
For the glory of Ultramar!
This system is awash in alien and demonic filth. Better it burn than we wade through it.
The Adeptus Mechanicus would prefer that not be standard protocol.
We could deal the Tyranids and the Thousand Suns heavy losses.
There is much sacred data in what you would want and we eradicate.
Perhaps, but we do not want to waste our military muscle. Look how many units we're calling to serve.
It is not wasteful. It is necessary.
This dreadnought has not seen battle in 50 years.
Lieutenant Titus, blessings of the Omnissiah upon you.
Galeo, theoretically, could Tacticus armor withstand a suborbital drop? Gravis is too cumbersome for our needs.
Negative. Extreme risk. Dense debris fields litter the entry flight path.
But if we avoid the debris, could we survive the descent?
Calculating. Survival probability equal to 62.4136. Unacceptably low.
Thank you, Galeo.
An orbital drop without Gravis armor.
It is a sound strategy.
For the 38% failure rate.
We are facing much less favorable odds today.
This Servitor's components are in perfect order. I require Regenerator to assess its organic integrity.
Magos Galeo requests your tertiary assessment of the armory station.
Understood. Although I have yet to find fault in the Magos' work. He knows the machine's plight better than most.